What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. As always, I'm your guy Jake, and today I'm going to be previewing a massive matchup. It's rematch time. The Buffalo Bills are set to take on the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium in a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. Everybody wanted to see these two teams meet up in the playoffs, and this time the juggernauts will be facing off earlier than expected in the Divisional round. The Buffalo Bills are coming into this game as the NFL's hottest team. They've won 5 consecutive games, and they just stomped the New England Patriots last week. They took that game by a score of 47-17, winning by 30 points. Quite a dominant victory against the Bill Belichick-led team. When I say the Bills were dominant last week, I mean it. They are the only team in the Super Bowl era to post a perfect offensive game. No punts, no field goals, no turnovers, touchdowns on every single drive until kneel downs. That is impressive. But we all know that the Kansas City Chiefs are certainly no pushover. They're also coming into this game riding a wave of momentum after defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers 42-21 last week. The Bills and the Chiefs are both riding a wave of momentum, but that's certainly not the only thing that these two teams have in common. They're both led by elite quarterbacks, two of the best in the NFL. These are two high-octane offenses that love to throw the football and spread the football around to different receivers, making it really unpredictable where they're going to go with it on the very next play. Last week, Patrick Mahomes found 8 different receivers, while Josh Allen found 9. You can expect depth to play a key role in this game. Both of these teams also defend the pass better than they defend the run. There's no question that the Buffalo Bills defense has the edge. They're coming into this game as the number 1 ranked defense in the entire NFL and the number 1 ranked defense against every passing statistic. But as I just mentioned, both teams defend the pass better than they defend the run, and I feel as if this is something that could end up playing a pivotal role in deciding the winner of this game. This could play a bigger role in this game than you may think. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are both very mobile quarterbacks, while Josh Allen easily has the edge there. But when you look at the backfield, outside of the two fantastic quarterbacks playing in it, you have Jerick McKinnon, you have Devin Singletary. Last week, Jerick McKinnon posted 142 all-purpose yards and a touchdown on 18 carries. And in the Bills' backfield, Devin Singletary has really taken over as the undisputed number 1 running back. He's been fantastic over the past 5 to 6 weeks for the Bills. In the Bills' victory against the New England Patriots, Singletary ran the football 16 times for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Neither of these teams run the football a ton, and why would they when they have Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen under center? But what I'm trying to get at is that neither of these two teams are necessarily great at defending the run, and this is something that both offenses should look to expose in this game. If one of these two teams can effectively run the football throughout the entire game this Sunday, I feel as if that will be a massive edge and a massive boost for whatever team can do that. Because there's two fantastic offenses in this game, you want to keep the opponent's offense off the field for as long as you can, and a good way of doing that is running the football, running down the clock. This game is going to mean so much for the Buffalo Bills and for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is obviously a massive game for both teams. It's do or die for both teams. Win and you're in, lose, see you later. But for the Buffalo Bills specifically, Josh Allen. A lot of people have been talking about, is Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, similar to what we saw with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady? And it very well could be, but we don't know that yet because you can't really consider it a rivalry when one team moves on every single season. I know these two teams have only met in the playoff once, but I feel as if we're going to get a lot of answers this Sunday. As for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, they're also under a lot of pressure, but I don't think it's quite the same as what the Buffalo Bills are facing. The Bills have the opportunity to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs as the king in the AFC, and if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you're just trying to defend your crown. Something that stood out to me from last year's AFC Championship game didn't even take place in quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, or quarter 4. It was actually after the game. It was when Stephon Diggs stayed out and watched the Kansas City Chiefs be awarded the Lamar Hunt Trophy for the AFC Championship. Last season, they had to watch the Kansas City Chiefs go on and play in the Super Bowl game that they ultimately lost. The Bills felt that they were robbed of that opportunity, and now they have another opportunity to beat the Kansas City Chiefs and move on. This is something the Bills have been waiting for a very long time. They've been wanting this rematch in the playoffs for quite some time now, and they're going to get it Sunday. They're going to have their opportunity to get back at the Kansas City Chiefs, and if you think that didn't motivate them, you are wrong. This picture is very indicative of how the Buffalo Bills were approaching this season as a whole. You can bet your money in practices when things were getting rough, when this team had some low lows, they brought up Kansas City. Let's do this so we can beat Kansas City. I also feel it's worth mentioning that Patrick Mahomes has only ever lost one playoff game at Arrowhead Stadium, and that came against Tom Brady in the 2018 AFC Championship game. Meanwhile, the Bills under head coach Sean McDermott are 0-3 in away playoff games. The last time these two teams met up, the Buffalo Bills took the game by a score of 38-20. It was a pretty dominant victory for the Buffalo Bills, and the Kansas City Chiefs looked like a shell of themselves at that time. They were really struggling with a lot of turnovers. Their offensive line was really struggling, and if you remember back to the offseason, they had a complete overhaul there, so you have to give an offensive line unit a bit of time to get some chemistry together. But this time, there is no excuse if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. But something else that I found rather interesting about this game is that Vegas currently has the Kansas City Chiefs favored by 2 points. And in the last 3 meetings between these two teams, all the games have been decided by 9 or more points. It doesn't matter who wins. Usually it's a pretty convincing victory. I'm not sure that it'll be the same result this time, but I just wanted to throw that little piece of information into this video. This is the definition of a highly anticipated matchup. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game at Arrowhead Stadium against the Kansas City Chiefs led by Patrick Mahomes. I can't wait for this game. It all takes place at Arrowhead Stadium, 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. I want to know in the comments section below, who do you see winning this game and what is the final score going to be? Leave your score predictions in the comments section below and stay tuned for more content coming your way. I'm going to be doing a post-game reaction and I'll have more stuff coming next week. So thank you, and until next time, I'm your guy Jake.